Hi, interghost here, and it is January's pickup video.
Interghost is at the caboose. He's picking up games to show to you. He really likes to play on his Wii U. And if you think you've got a high score, well, that's what Retro Records is for. His XCOM team aren't living anymore. Him and all the dudes are singing out of tune. It's your friendly YouTube hosts, interghost.
Yes, I am back. I did a Christmas video and I said that I would hopefully do a monthly update going forward this year, trying to do some more videos. I'm obviously still editing videos for my other channel, Interghost House, so if you haven't checked them out, go over there and check that out for me. Thanks very much for everybody who's gone over there and checked that channel out. So yeah, this month I've picked up a few bits and pieces, mostly from charity shop. There's been a few sort of Facebook pickups, and I've also ordered a couple of things online. First of all, let's do the video games first. So I've been told by somebody at my work that Cyberpunk 2077 is a really cool game, and I know it had loads of problems when it first came out. It was very buggy, there was loads of glitching going on, but I was told that a lot of that has been resolved. So I picked it up on the PlayStation 5. I wanted the better graphics than the PlayStation 4 version, obviously, and I played it all last month and I completed it. Now I think you could probably complete this game in probably a couple of days if you just went straight for the main story, but there is loads of other stuff you can do. Now this game, I would probably say it's an okay game. It's not amazing. A lot of the bugs have been sorted out. I still saw a few things which were a bit weird, like motorbikes crashing into things and flipping through the air, landing and driving off, and people exploding, flying up in the air and then just staying floating in the air, that sort of thing. But it wasn't sort of buggy enough to stop your enjoyment playing the game. Now the main gripe I've got about this is the ending. The ending, it was pretty terrible, and the driving in this game is horrible. They needed to make it more like GTA type driving. The driving in this game, you sort of just, you floor it, and then as soon as you get to a corner, unless you fully slam on your brakes, you're never going to make it round a corner. There's no sort of drifting. Yeah, it's just really hard to drive anywhere. But apart from that, the story's pretty good, the graphics are really good, and the gameplay's pretty solid as well. I would probably give it sort of 7 out of 10. It's worth picking up and playing if you can get hold of it. The PlayStation 5 game doesn't seem to go second hand anywhere, so I had to sort of get it brand new. So yeah, pretty good game. Now the only other game I picked up this month was a PlayStation 1 game, which was in a charity shop. I think it's like £1 or something like that, and it was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now the reason I picked this up is because it was cheap basically, but also because I recently completed Hogwarts on the PlayStation 5, and that was a really cool game. I really enjoyed it, played all the way through to the end, and yeah, loved it. And I thought, yeah, pick up the old PlayStation 1. I had this back in the day and I remember it being quite good. It's more of a collector platform game where you have to go around collecting like Bertie Bott's beans, and so it'd be quite cool to give that another look. Also picked up a few movies this month, which is something I don't tend to do very often unless they really catch my eye. I found this one, which is The Return of the Killer Tomatoes, and if you've been on my other channel you would have seen that I've done the review of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, the first movie, which is absolutely terrible, B-movie type thing, and this is the sequel, so I might do that on my channel if people want me to, and it stars George Clooney. And finally we got Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Now this is the live action TV show that was out in the 90s, where they introduced a fifth turtle called Venus de Milo, which is a female turtle from China, I think. And I've already got this on DVD, but in a different box, but the DVD was scratched and it wouldn't play. So when I saw this in the charity shop, I picked this up, and I might do that on my reaction channel also. I lied, I did pick up a few more games. I actually found quite a few PlayStation 3 titles out and about recently. PlayStation 3 is a system that I'm trying to collect a few more games on. There's a load of games which I played previously and ones which I've never played before, which are classic games, and they're really, really cheap nowadays. I'd say it's the perfect time to collect for PlayStation 3. If you go out there, even in places like CEX, you can pick up games for like £1 or £2 each, and yeah, they're amazing. So first one is Portal 2. I've never played a Portal game, but I've heard it's a really good game, so I want to pick that up and give that a go. Beyond Two Souls. Now the reason I picked this up is because it's from the makers of Heavy Rain, which is a game I really enjoyed back in the day. So I thought I'd give this one a go. It's more of a, you know, story driven. Your decisions affect what happens to the person going through the story, and there's multiple endings. Batman the Telltale series. Again, another game I've never played before, and it's animated style Batman game where it's like an interactive story basically. So it shows something happening, there's a couple of quick time events, and then also you get to choose which way you want to go at the end of each sort of scene, and then the story plays out depending on your decisions. South Park The Stick of Truth. Now the reason I got this is because my son Jack and I are watching the South Park cartoons at the moment, starting from series 1 and working our way through. So I thought at some point I'll play this as well, or he might want to play it. And I think I remember playing this back in the day, either this one or the Fractured Butthole game. One of those. I played either that one or this one, and it was quite funny, so it'd be good to play it again. And finally, Infamous 2. I recently, just before Christmas, completed Infamous 1 again. I completed it back in the day and I really enjoyed it, so I went back and played it again the other day, and yeah, it still holds up. Really good game, and I don't think I ever played Infamous 2, or if I did, I didn't get very far in it, so I thought give that one a go. Next, I have a few book pickups. As you know, if you follow my Instagram or my Twitter, then you know that I'm really into reading and books at the moment. So I actually found a Joe Hill book, 20th Century Ghosts. This is Stephen King's son, and I've been looking out for his books in the charity shop for months and months, and I never see them, and I actually found one this month, which is really cool. This has been re-released as is it The Black Phone and Other Stories. It's a book of short stories. So yeah, The Black Phone, which has been made into a movie, was taken from this book. So yeah, they re-released it, putting The Black Phone on the cover. So looking forward to reading that one. I found some Choose Your Own Adventure books. Now these are newer ones. I do have, you can probably see them up there. I've got a whole lot of the older Choose Your Own Adventure books, and they've been making new ones over the past few years, and if I see them for like 50p in the charity shop, I pick them up. So we've got Journey Under the Sea, Space and Beyond, and House of Danger. Basically books where you read the story, you choose what to do and where to go, and there's like several different endings, and they've got this cool thing on the back now where it shows you all the different routes. It's like a map of the endings, so you can see which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. And finally, for the books, I got a bunch of point horror books from Facebook, I believe, and I read my first point horror book the other day, which was the Beach Party, I think it was, and I quite enjoyed it. It's young adult horror books really from the 90s, and I just really like the covers as well, and yeah, look forward to reading some of these. So we've got Trick or Treat, Cool Waiting, a lot of them are by R. L. Stein, who does the Goosebump books. The Girlfriend, The Snowman, it's got a really cool cover on that one. Beach House, and My Secret Admirer. So yeah, they're usually quite fun, easy, quick reads, and I'm looking forward to giving some of those a go. Next, I found a really cool plush. I don't usually buy many plushes from charity shops, but this one was sat up on top of the toy section, and it is a full-size Yoda plush from the Revenge of the Sith, I think. Yeah, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So it's probably sort of 20 years old or something like that by now, and it's in really good condition. It was a £5, and it was just sat up there on top, and I bought it, and the lady in the shop said I literally just put it out about a minute ago, so you were probably the first person to see that and pick it up. So yeah, really cool. I saw a VHS in a charity shop as well the other day. They had a bunch of them, and I don't really pick up VHSs anymore. They just take up too much room. I understand a lot of people are interested in VHS collecting nowadays, but yeah, they're just too blocky and I haven't got the space to put them basically. However, this one is one which my brother and I really enjoyed back in the day. It's a TV show on TV called Moondial, and it just brought back loads of nostalgic memories, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna pick that one up. I just love the box, and yeah, it'll go on the shelf. And I was really lucky this month. I actually found a couple of board games. One is still sealed, and that's Judge Dredd: The Cursed Earth. And again, I think, yeah, £4 I got this for, £3.99 on the back from a charity shop. I looked it up to see if it was a good game. It's got quite high reviews on it, so I thought I'll give it a go. You can play it single player, or you can play it up to 4 people, I think. Yep. And you're the judges, and you have different missions to do, and you have to solve the crimes and catch the perps. And then the other game I got is King Domino, which is a sort of quick 2 to 4 person game where you have to build a town with a tower and crops and animals and that sort of thing, and you have to try and outdo the other person and make a better kingdom than them. I thought that'd be a cool, quick little game to play with my friends when we're doing some game nights. Now finally, I picked up a few toys. First one I got is Chewbacca. Now this is from the Forces of Destiny line, which is sort of a girls' Star Wars line of toys. They did a lot of sort of like doll figures, mostly sort of all the female characters like Princess Leia, Rey, Sabine Wren, Ahsoka, Padme, and the girl from Rogue One. Can't remember her name off the top of my head. But they also did a few of the male characters as well to go along, a bit like with Barbie. They did all females and have like 1 or 2 men characters. So they had Chewbacca, which makes noise. So I thought I'd pick that one up to go with the other figures I've got. And they've also done Luke and Kylo Ren. I think that's the only other 2 male figures they've done for it. So I might pick those ones up as well. And finally, to finish the video, I picked up a few Masters of the Universe Origins figures, which you probably can see lined up on my shelf there, down there, Snake Mountain behind me, and probably see Castle Grayskull over there. Yeah, so it was basically a line of Masters of the Universe figures which they re-released in the same sort of style as the originals, but with better articulation and just better quality builds of the figures. Now I picked up 3 of these figures recently, and they're probably 3 of my favourites, and they're all sort of special edition ones, so they're quite hard to get hold of and quite expensive. So I had to save up a little bit to get these ones. So the first one is Grislaw, and he's the furry character. If you collected these back in the day, he just looks really cool. Love the fur on him. And yeah, so that's Grislaw. And the next one is Mossman, which is basically Beastman but covered in like green furry flocking, and he smells of pine apparently. Don't think it smells of pine, but yeah, so he was a really hard one to get hold of. For some reason, Mattel in their wisdom have created these classic characters, but you can only get them on their website for a limited time in limited numbers, and they sort of sell out to obviously scalpers within the first couple of days, and you can't get hold of them, so you can only buy them off of eBay. So I got this one brand new, got all of these 3 actually brand new, but obviously I take them out of the boxes and display them, and yeah, really cool. I like his the yellow Beastman armour. And finally, the last one is Snout Spout, which is an elephant one which squirts water. Now this one usually goes for quite a bit of money. I saw one pop up on eBay for cheaper than what it normally goes, so I snapped it up straight away, and yeah, happy to get that one as well. And that's it, that's what I've got for January. I did get a few other things, but I just showed you the most interesting bits that I picked up. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and you will thumb up the video if you liked it. Remember to pop over to my other channel and support that one too, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, and hopefully I will do another video at the end of February. Take care, cheers.